Greetings. Welcome to Church of Real Talk. I am your host, Minister Robinson, and I am so very excited that you are here. Today's offering is very much needed, very important, and someone definitely needs to hear this. Why are you always being tested? Why? What is the reason? Why every time you turn around, there's a pop quiz right in front of you? But, I make light of it, but as we look through history, faith has been tested for like ages. You got Jesus, he went through his 40 days of trials and tribulations. You have Abraham that went through his own special tests that were kind of brutal even by today's standards. And then you have Muhammad from the Islamic faith where his own tribe turned against him just for trying to spread the word. Now, in all of these cases, heck, we can go even further back to Adam and Eve. I mean, there has always been a test by higher powers or the universe to show and prove one's faith, resilience, and the fact that they are indeed going to follow the path that is set forth in front of them. Doesn't that resonate with you, chosen ones? With that being said, with the group resonation, I'm going to go ahead and move into this offering. All right, let's get started with this offering. I think it's a very important offering. I think all the offerings that we give are important, okay? But the fact that we as chosen ones are constantly being tested, it seems somewhat surreal. It's like all the things that we actually go through. However, when you put it, I guess, to scale of different things, those names that I mentioned before, that are highlighted in religious texts like Jesus and Abraham and Muhammad, you kind of look at what you're going through and you're saying, okay, it's really not that bad. But, the thing that I've said through my whole life is that pain is relevant to the person that experiences said pain. Now, when I got up today, I'm going to be once again very transparent. And again, this is something that you can resonate with. I was a little bit under the weather. I've been fighting my own personal battles, fighting my own personal demons, and I found myself somewhat exhausted. And in the back of my mind, okay, this is the devil speaking to Eve. In the back of my mind was like, hey, you can take a break today. You don't have to do it. You do it three days a week. You do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Plus you're about to, go live every Sunday. So, taking a break is not that bad. To me, that was a test. Okay? No, what I do is important. What I do is not meant just for me. It is meant to that phrase that when I get into chat or messenger with, when people reach out to me, how can I be of assistance? I can't be of assistance worrying about just myself. This is the problem. This is the temptation. This is the thing that causes us to fail these tests. These tests serve a purpose. Whether it's your higher power or the universe, it serves a purpose. Not just to test your faith. Yes, that's an integral part of it. But to make sure that you are going to be worthy of what has been bestowed upon you. That is always so very important. I'm going to take you back a little bit, depending on your age, a little bit might mean a little bit or it might mean a lot, There was a time, you're in the third marking period of high school or college, and you walk in and the teacher says, or the professor says, guys, today we're going to have a pop quiz just to see if you was paying attention. Okay? This quiz will count for 40% of your final grade. It happens. Okay? You get that horrible, horrible feeling in the pit of your stomach, and you are racing through your mind trying to validate that you actually paid attention because this is an open book. You sit down, you pick up your pencil, your pen, and you begin the test professor, proctor, or teacher just clicks a thing and says, it begins now, and I'll let you know when it's over. You have 30 minutes. It's a scary thought. That percentage of your grade is dependent on the fact that you paid attention. Now, here's the deal. Whether you're in high school or college or traveling through life, you should always be paying attention. You should always pay attention to what is going on around you. When you are confronted with a test, whether it be a personal demon, a friend, a family member, someone trying to impede your progress of embracing the fact that you are a chosen one, you have to be ready to pick up that pencil or pen and pass that test with flying colors because you have been paying attention. None of these tests are easy. Even the pop quiz that you got when you walked into class, it's not easy. The 40 days of trials and tribulation with Jesus was not easy. Okay? Muhammad's trials and tribulations were not easy. Abraham's trials and tribulations were not easy, and there's a reason for this. With great power comes great responsibility. And nothing that is worthy of having ever comes easy. Let no one lie to you about that. Look at your life. Does it not resonate with you? Anything that you have wanted in this life, anything that you have said, I am going to achieve this, has come with trials and tribulations. Nothing in this universe happens by mistake. There's no such things as coincidences. It happens because it is part of the process. It happens because it is part of the test. And you know what? It's not open book. It never will be open book. You'll not be able to breeze to the next chapter to find the answer. The answer lies within you. The answer is inside of you. You have been given the answer. You have been told so many times what it is that you are supposed to do. Now you're being tested on the fact of, are you going to do it? I have given you a directive. This is what your higher power of the universe is saying to you. I have given you a directive. I have given you all the tools necessary for you to follow this directive. Are you prepared? You know what? On the other hand, just to make sure that you understand what I am saying, let me throw some ish in the game. Let me give you something that you need to figure out before you can move forward. That will do a couple of things. Now, this is your universe with a higher power speaking to you. It will make you more resilient. It will make you stronger. It will make you understand what it is that you are doing. I go through, and this is me being transparent. I've said this once before, and I don't say this to make others feel a certain way, because this is my test. This is my battle. I said just to myself the other night, hey, this is inevitable. I am going to be at probably a very soon stage in my life, I'm going to be completely blind. Bats will be able to navigate better than me, you know, and the chances of me becoming Daredevil, slim to none, okay? But I came to realize, and this is just me thinking about this through the last week, fighting anxiety, fighting depression. Should I sit down and learn Braille now? I came to realize that this is nothing more than a test, because for what it is that I am setting out to do, whether I can see or not, has no relevance. And at the end of the day, I understand, I've always understood that the universe or higher powers work in certain ways that are beyond our comprehension. So am I being told that, hey, no, you know what? I'm just going to see how you react to going blind. Well, it's not stopping what's up here. It doesn't. It doesn't. I can hire someone to set up a camera. I can hire someone to edit a video. But what comes from here and out of here, that doesn't change because these are gone. It doesn't change. As I have gone through this, I will be honest. I have wanted to give up everything. I have wanted to sit back and say to myself, this doesn't make any sense. Once again, wallowing in my own pity, my own self-doubt. Sitting up there, and this is going to resonate with you. Well, with all the people that I've helped, why isn't anybody helping me? It doesn't matter because it's not their test. What are you going through right now? What mountain are you saying, I can't reach the top of this mountain so I can get through this? What is happening? Well, this is about you. It's not about anybody else. And the sooner that you realize that and continue as a chosen one to embrace your path, to embrace your journey. Without these, as long as I have this, and this, I can hear, I can think, I can speak. I am still able to follow my path. We go through this life making all of these excuses. Today I had a great excuse. Oh, I'm feeling down in the dumps. Why should I get on camera? Because this is what I do. This is what I do. And once you begin to start stepping back from your path, from your divine duty, once you start questioning or doubting that you are a chosen one and start focusing on nothing but yourself, that's when it all ends. That's when you become useless. That's when you actually become a lower vibrational being. All lower vibrational beings, this resonates with you. Do they think about anything but themselves? You can tell, this is the litmus to tell that you are in a conversation with a low vibrational demon. Everything that comes out their mouth is about them. Nothing else, nobody else, no bridge to help anybody else but themselves. I sit back and I often wonder, well, why am I going through this? Nobody else goes through this. Well, here's a couple of things. Everybody goes through their own personal battles, especially chosen ones. Especially chosen ones. Pick any person from history and tell me they didn't have to battle their own trials and tribulations. You won't be able to. Be them scientist, be them doctor, be them property owner, be them business owner, be whatever. They have their own personal test that they must pass so that they can move forward to the next level. You don't get to the next level when you fail your test. Just like in high school, you don't graduate if you fail. Just like college, you don't get your diploma if you spent the last 4 years failing at everything. It doesn't happen. Life should be no different. I said earlier, these tests have been going on since the days of Adam and Eve, if that is the religion that you subscribe to. I've given you a directive. Will you follow said directive? Now, if you look at the text, all-knowing, all-seeing, omnipresent person knew exactly what was going to happen. Knew exactly what was going to happen. But we have this thing called choice. And part of every trial, tribulation, part of every test falls down, compresses down to its lowest base form, and that is choice. Chosen ones, you have a choice. You've always had a choice. And this is part of your test, is to ensure that you make the right choice, the right decision to move forward. like I said, I sit up here and I go through it. Most of my life, I have been a visual person. Photography, video, all this great stuff that I can do. But all of this has compressed down to me understanding that this was all given to me so that I can sit down and do this. This may not mean anything to many people, but it means a lot to me. It means so much to me. There is more to me than just wallowing in self-doubt and pity and depression and anxiety. No, I'm not, I've come to the stage where I'm not going to reach out for help. I'll go to a doctor, I'll get medication, but if the universe has seen fit that I go through this, who am I to question it? What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And I have never, ever known, at least in my research, my studies, that someone loses their sight and just dies. I've never known it. There's extenuating circumstances. I mean, you're blind, you're not, crossing the street, right? You get hit by a car. That's different. But the act of going blind has never come with the whole disclaimer of, okay, now you've got to die. No, it just means that I have to work that much harder. Did Muhammad not work that much harder? Did Abraham not work that much harder? Did Jesus not work that much harder? Did Buddha not work that much harder? They all had their tests. I'm not going to say that they passed them with flying colors. Their tests were sometimes reset. Sometimes they had to go back and say, hey, listen, I really didn't pass this test. Let me go out there and try again. Let me show and prove my faith to the word that is being given to me by my higher power. We often wonder, as chosen ones, and this is going to definitely resonate with you, we always wonder what the path truly means. And not to be disrespectful to the universe or my higher power, sometimes they can be very, very vague. Just like they don't like us to be vague, they can be very, very vague. But who are we to question the plan of the universe or our higher power? Who are we to decide that they are right or wrong in their great wisdom? I'm sure many of you are going through it. I would be very appreciative, honestly, very appreciative, if you share some of those experiences in the comments. And it's not to bring judgment, but sometimes, and this is coming from a person that is going through a test, sometimes you need to share your experiences with like-minded individuals, with your fellow chosen ones. That's what we are here for. We are here to support ourselves in this journey, and this is not a selfish way, but we are surrounded by so many people that don't want us to reach that level of embracing our journey as chosen ones. Does it not resonate with you? Where it seems like every time you take 2 steps forward, there's someone getting in your way and saying you need to take a step back. Back it up, buddy. There's nothing to see over here. I need you to back it up. Don't we see this? This is Church of Real Talk is the sanctuary for the chosen ones. It's right there in the description. This is our sanctuary. Does this not resonate? Are you tired of asking people for help? Are you tired of asking people for assistance? Are you tired of asking people to help you figure something out? And you are met with resistance, and you are met with not even a drop of empathy, and you are met with people that make it very clear they care nothing about you but only care about themselves? It's tiresome. It's draining. It's weakening. It tends to take you off of your path. It tends to take you off of your square. But I'm going to tell you something. There's a way to get through this. The same way we pray for our health, and we pray for the lottery win, and we pray for the big house, and we pray for the car. When are you going to pray for the answers to get through your test? When are you going to pray or even meditate for the ways to proceed forward through this test? It's painful. It's painful. But at some point, you need to stop doing a couple of things. You need to stop seeking that validation. You really need to. You know, and before I go to break, I'm just going to put this out there for you. When you are going around not embracing your path, not embracing your journey as a chosen one, hey, phone couldn't stop ringing. Always invited to stuff. Everybody wanted to be around you. But once you proceeded on with embracing your journey, embracing your path, everything starts to dwindle down. You're the same person, you just have a higher calling. There's nothing within you that has changed that drastically that everybody should just be like, oh, I can't be around that guy. The reason why they can't be around you is because they see what is going on. And it irritates them. It hurts them. It makes them feel less than they are. And they will go out of their way. Trust me. Family, friends, loved ones, mates, whatever. They will go completely out of their way to stop your progress. Hey, it's part of the freaking test. You know, and with that being said, we're going to jump right back in after this break. All right, we are back. You know, I'm going to tell you something. Even though it seems like this is a very serious and Debbie Downer type episode, it's really not. You know, it's really not. It's just the fact of the reality that we live in. I tend to watch many different orators that speak upon chosen ones and the journey and the path, and I appreciate them because not only have they led me to doing what it is that I do now, but they actually help. You know, they are of assistance to chosen ones and starseeds. However, and this is nothing against them, this might all boil down to my understanding of how things work. I think they do a disservice to the test process. It's got to happen. It's got to happen, but I think many of them focus on, you know, karmic or karma, you know, that's going to come back to individuals for doing the chosen ones wrong. They talk about, you know, more on not the test, but why people are coming against them, why people are getting in the way, why people are doing mean and evil stuff to them. You know, and I think that this stuff would have happened anyway, depending on your path in the journey. Again, nothing happens by accident. Sometimes you are forced or placed in the middle of a conversation where you will say something that the other person that you might not even know needed to hear. Nothing happens by coincidence. And that's the realization I had to come to. You know, whether it be my eye, whether it be me waking up being tired and kind of run down, whether it be me trying to figure out a problem, these are all part of the test, and these were all going to happen to test my resolve, to test my faith, to test my understanding of what I speak upon. Lessons are blessings. We can say that, you know, forever. You know, everything basically, when you break it down to its smallest infinite particle, is a lesson. It is a test. And, you know, the cool thing about tests is, honestly, you might fail the first time. You might decide that, hey, I can't deal with this. You might fail. But just like in school, you just get to take the course over until you get it right. I came to a realization, and as much as it hurt me, as much as it pained me, as much as it made me feel a certain way, I had to ask myself, who am I to question the universe? The universe made this so, not me. Because given the choice, I still have 20/20 vision. Or actually, when I went into the Navy, I was rated at 20/15. You know, I would still have that given my choice. This is my test. The test that you are going through is your test. It is inherent to you. It's nice. It's refreshing. It makes us feel good when we get outside assistance to pass our test. It's almost like your buddy who's sitting behind you that drops a piece of paper on the floor while you're having that pop quiz, and it has an answer that you actually need. But these are tests you can't cheat at. These are tests you can't cheat at. These are tests that you need to figure out on your own. I wish that I could tell you that it is super easy. Just like Jesus, when he was going through his trials and tribulations, wished that someone could have told him that it is super easy. Just like when Muhammad was going through his trials and tribulations, I'm quite sure he wished there was someone that can make it just a little bit easier. Abraham wished that there was someone that could have made it just a little bit easier. It's not going to happen. This is your battle. This is something that you have to navigate through. This is something that you have to sit down and pass that test. Now, we go back to the pop quiz. When you pass that pop quiz, showing and proving that you've been paying attention, how do you feel? You feel wonderful. You feel great. You feel enlightened. You feel joyful. Warm fuzzies all over the freaking place. Do you not think that's the same way you're going to feel when you pass this test? Do you not think you will move on with a greater amount of knowledge and understanding and wisdom? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, that's all a test is. Are you going to use what you have learned to help others, to be of assistance to others, to be of service to others? That's a choice that you need to make. Because you can get through this and take none of the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that was taught to you by this test, by this trial, by this tribulation, and move forward with your life with not a care in the world, being of service to no one. You will find yourself in the midst of another test. Hell, you might pass this test and just find yourself in the midst of another test. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, makes you more resilient, makes you wiser. I really want to start giving offerings every Sunday at 9 a.m. I really need to show and prove that I can get this channel up to, I would love for it to be 1 million subscribers, but hey, listen, baby steps, 500, 300, whatever. I think once we hit that 300 mark, that will show me, hey, listen, I have people that I am actually able to reach, to be able to help, to be of assistance to actually be of service to. Share the videos, comment, do whatever is needed. And I'm going to do what's needed. Action, inspired action. This offering came to me. I'm going to be honest with you, I was like clueless about what I was going to talk about. And you know what, I'm going, like I said before, I kind of take the thought and run with it. You know, again, that's just faith in myself, faith in my belief, faith in the universe. I had no clue what I was going to talk about, but the universe, in its great wisdom, maybe your higher power to you, decided that this is what I needed to talk about. So as I got ready and I got my equipment ready and I said, okay, this is what we're going to talk about. And I went with it. And I hope the message resonates with you. I really hope it resonates with you. It's not you're being punished. It's really, you're not being punished. You're being made into the best soldier possible to spread the word, to help this freaking planet that is going to hell in a handbasket. As you get awareness of what's around you, I find that I'm just surrounded by freaking demons. This is what I find my life to be surrounded by. People that want to bring me down. People that want to cause me pain. People that want to cause me heartbreak. The only thing that they want is to stop this journey by whatever means necessary. It's a test. I can't be mad at them. They are part of the test. The universe put them there to make sure that I became resilient, stronger, bigger, better, faster, stronger. This is what it's about. It's about you getting to the next level. Don't get it twisted. Once you start wallowing in self-pity and victim mode and doubt, you will see this clearly as day. And then you will proceed through the test, showing and proving that you've been paying attention. You know, when I worked in the medical field, there was one thing that I heard a doctor say to a patient that was screaming, hollering. I worked ortho at the time. Was screaming, hollering, in so much freaking pain. Almost brought a tear to my eye. And the doctor stopped what he's doing, told the patient, look at me. Look at me. It will go away. Let me do what it is that I need to do, and the pain will go away eventually. Because pain has never killed anyone. And that stuck with me. Something, once again, synchronicity, something that I needed to hear at that time that brought me to this point. So no matter what pain you're going through, it goes away. It definitely goes away. Sooner or later, pain goes. You're left only with the memory if you choose to actually embrace the memory. It goes away. So what? You're going in debt. Action, inspired action, take care of it. It goes away. You're feeling sick. It goes away. One way or the other. You just had a breakup. You'll bounce back. You've been doing it since junior high school or grade school. You'll bounce back. It goes away. The important thing is that you learned the lesson that you were being taught during that time period. That's all that's important. Did you learn anything from it? Did you walk away with any knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from it? Did you become a better person from it? Did you become of service to others that might be going through from it? That's why it's a test. That is exactly why it is a test. Hey, make sure you go ahead and visit the skeleton that is Church for the Chosen. I want you guys to have a great weekend, but most importantly, I want you to actually reflect and study, in a sense, what you are going through. Because I know many of you are going through it. You know, and the only way to go through it is to get through it. We have to have faith in our higher powers in the universe. There's just no way around it. We have to begin to put our ego to the side and decide that, hey, listen, before I was even thought of, you were here making things right. I have faith in you. Sit down, pray, meditate, whatever it is that you do for the strength to get through your test, for the knowledge to get through your test, for the wisdom to get through your test, for the understanding to get through your test. That's all you can do in a nutshell. And with that being said, I am hoping that everybody's weekend is great and warm fuzzies all over the place. I need to actually reach 300 minimum subscribers so that I can start going live every Sunday at 9 a.m. for Church of Real Talk. There is just so much that I want to do to be of service to others. Like I've said many a time, when you think selfishly, nothing really comes to you. Nothing. You have to think of the greater good, especially if you're a chosen one. You have to think of the greater good and how you can be of assistance. Hey, listen, let me just tell you something. If nobody told you and you didn't see it in the comments or whatever, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm Minister Robinson. Love you guys.
Welcome to the Church of Real Talk, where seekers embrace their calling as chosen ones guided by the universe. In a world filled with noise and distractions, we offer a sanctuary, a place to pause, reflect, and awaken to your true potential. Join us on a journey of self-discovery and transformation as we explore the depths of spirituality, consciousness, and the mysteries of existence. From understanding the power of synchronicities to embracing your innate gifts and abilities, we offer practical wisdom and spiritual insights to help you navigate the path of the chosen one with grace and clarity. Whether you're just beginning to awaken to your potential or seeking guidance on your next steps, our channel is here to support you every step of the way. Together, let's uncover the secrets of the soul, embrace our true calling, and radiate love and light into the world. Welcome to the Church of Real Talk, a sanctuary where authenticity meets enlightenment, and every soul is honored on its sacred journey.